In this video, we will be checking the transmission fluid in this 2003 Toyota Camry. After parking the vehicle on a level surface, through the driver's side door, towards the left side we have the hood release latch, and after releasing our secondary safety latch, we can raise the hood. Taking a look inside the engine bay, we will be focusing our attention towards the front center portion of the engine. We are looking for the transmission dipstick, which is located next to the battery. The transmission dipstick can be identified by a red handle in the shape of a T. Additionally, there is a spring retainer that is holding the transmission fluid dipstick in place. We will need to keep that in mind. With the car parked on a level ground, we want to first start the engine and let the transmission fluid flow through the engine for about 15 or 20 seconds. We then want to pull back on that spring retainer, which will allow us to withdraw the transmission fluid dipstick. When we remove the dipstick for the first time, we want to clean it off with a paper towel, reinstall it fully back into the engine, and then withdraw it, and we will take our reading at that level. If we first take a look at the dipstick with it being clean, we can see that there are two notches indicating the cool temperature. There are also two notches indicating the hot temperature. Because this vehicle has been sitting in the driveway for the last 12 hours, I would be using the cool indicator marks. If I had just finished driving the vehicle and the engine was warmed up to operating temperature, I would be using the hot levels. If I take a look at the actual reading, I can see that the level of my transmission fluid is sitting right about at the bottom end of the cool indicator. This possibly means that I'm just a little bit low on transmission fluid, but still falling within the acceptable range of being between those two marks. One additional test that I like to do is to get a little bit of transmission fluid on the dipstick and clean it off on a new paper towel to take a look at the color of the transmission fluid. Here I can see that the transmission fluid in the vehicle is not red anymore. Traditionally, with brand new fluid, this fluid should be a nice, vibrant, translucent red. This fluid is pretty contaminated. Now, the color itself does not officially tell the health of the fluid, but it does give a good indicator that there is a lot of contamination in this transmission fluid. To top off the transmission fluid, I'm going to install a transmission fluid funnel, which is just a funnel with a small nose on the end. I'm installing that into the dipstick location, and I'm going to add just a little bit of AMSOIL multi-vehicle automatic transmission fluid. And then I'm going to go through the procedure of checking the fluid with the engine running again. I'm going to continue doing this until I reach that full indicator mark on the dipstick. And when everything's looking good, we can remove that funnel and reinstall the dipstick.